And I know you mentioned being a daughter of immigrants and how it seems like that's really important to you. Can you just tell me a little bit about that?
Yeah, so I mean, we came when we were little. I was in middle school, going into high school, but I mean, I guess it just comes with like a lot of traditional values that not a lot of people that I went to school with shared.
Mm-hmm.
Um, we grew up Catholic, so it's very like strict. Like there's a lot of like religious values that we follow. Um, my parents always like taught us to be. We were supposed to be like we were raised to be good, like daughters, good like siblings to each other.
Mm-hmm.
I know like we were always like in trouble if like we were being like mean to each other, like me and my siblings and stuff.
Yeah. Can you tell me a little bit about just what your home life looked like with your sibling? You know, I know you have a sister. Um,
So yeah, I guess like what I said right now, like we would get in trouble like if we would fight and
mm-hmm.
stuff. Like my parents were super mad if we would fight. They would always tell us like we were supposed to like love each other and help each other, like never like bring each other down or anything. And sometimes that even meant like giving up like something we wanted so that the other person would be happy or like vice versa.
Mm-hmm.
Um, which is I think really different than what I experienced in school.
Yeah. What does school look like?
Um, I think it was just really hard sometimes because I feel like at home I was raised to be like good to everybody and like respectful and like always had to help everybody else so we could like build together. And I think at school like it was very like you have to get good grades and you do that all by yourself and like you have to be the one with the best grades in the class. And
Mm-hmm.
especially like coming from like my parents like that immigrated here, like there's it's really pushed on like you need to like be good in school and stuff so you can have like an education
Right.
like that will help you like be better in life. And I think it was really confusing
Mm-hmm.
because I think the things that I was like getting like taught at home were really different. And at school it was just like home it was just like okay let's work together, and at school it's like you need to be the best, and that often meant like competing with others. And
Mm-hmm.
I think that was always just really confusing for me because I wanted everybody to be the way that I guess my parents were
Yeah.
like to
Definitely.
me.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that was it.
So it sounds like school looks very, very different from what home looks like, right? Do you feel like you were making connections at school?
I think I had a really hard time connecting to the kids at school just because I felt like, well, first of all, yeah, I feel like I was just really focused on like at school I had to be number one and I had to be the one the teacher liked, so I like they could help me like with school. And I can like when it started getting to like me wanting to go to law school, go to college, like I had to get like references and all that stuff. So like I felt like I didn't have time to make those like strong connections with people because everybody was on their own.
Yeah. No, and it looks very different from what you're used to. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Can you? So I know you mentioned. I mean, you went to law school. Now you're a lawyer. What does that look like? How are you feeling there? Because it's. I know you just started a new job, and
Yeah.
you mentioned that.
I guess to be completely honest, I think my job is what's kind of causing me to be feeling like all confused and
Mm-hmm.
just down. I loved what I studied. Like I like being a lawyer, but I don't know if I don't know if it's for me. I just feel like people are very. I think it's just a competitive profession, and I feel like I can't even ask my colleagues for help
Mm-hmm.
or anything because I just feel like everyone's just so preoccupied with like being the best and like bringing each other down. And like I feel like even my own like our bosses
Yeah.
like enable that behavior, and I just don't feel happy. I don't feel like I can make friends because I feel like people just don't think the way I do, and it just sucks.
Yeah. No, it definitely feels like you're feeling this sort of disconnect between your two lives.
Yeah.
Almost like you have two lives, right? Because do you ever seek support from anyone, family, colleagues? Do you have any colleagues that you trust?
I think that I mean colleagues not really, but I think it's just hard too when it comes to like me feeling sad and stuff because I feel like my family doesn't really like. I feel like we were taught like there's no time to be sad. It's just very like you just have to do what you have to do and like that's it. So I think now that I have a job and everything, like to my family everything seems like everything's good.
Mm-hmm.
But even then, like at home, like we speak purely Spanish, so it's like I don't know. There's a lot of things that